What's up, guys? Drew here over at RevHiker Outdoors, and I am on a beautiful beach in Hawaii. Let me adjust my light here. There we go. You can't see me as well, but now I'm not going to walk into anything. So anyway, I'm down here in Hawaii on vacation, and right before I came here for my 10-year anniversary, I got sent this light by Olight to test out, and it's the HS2 headlamp. You can probably hear the ocean. I'm on the beach right now, and this is cool. But they sent me this light to test out, so I wanted to do a little demo out here for you and tell you about it in a nice location. So first off, basically the thing's got 3 modes. It's got like a spotlight, a floodlight, and then a dual headlight where both the lights are on, and then it's got high and low in each of those. Ranges anywhere from like 50 to 400 lumens. So I'll give you, and the headlight itself is tiny. It's like, I'll show it to you later on when the light is out. I'll show it, but I did want to give you a dark demonstration. So I'm going to start out with the dark, and then later on when it gets light, I'll show you the light, the little cool case that it comes in, and all the other stuff, the battery pack on the back and all that stuff. But I just wanted to give you a demonstration, so I'm going to set up the camera and go through the modes so you guys can see what this thing will do. Okay guys, so this is the default mode. You double click to go through the modes. So there's the low beam. That's what they call the high beam. It's like a little spotlight, and they all start in high, and then you click it one time to go to low, or click it one time to go back to high, and you double click, and this is both. And this thing's, it's more of a floodlight than like a far-reaching spotlight, and obviously the camera, especially this junky camera, is not going to pick up everything that my eyes are, but this thing's definitely got some juice to it. So again, I'll double click. That's low beam on high and low. That's high beam on low. That's dual on low, and then high. So anyway, now I'll get into some of the other stuff once it gets a little lighter. Okay guys, so you saw how this thing does in the dark. Now let's see what it looks like in the light. Let's see what the light looks like in the light. So this is a battery pack style, and there's a battery pack. You know, nothing special about this setup really. It's pretty typical. It's got the the bungee style cord there, so it can stretch and move. What is kind of cool is the power button here, which is on the side. Here's the actual light, very small. And by the way, it has the best range of motion of like any light. You can face this. It's got like 180 degrees, so you can point it wherever you want, which is nice. And it's very small and light up front. You don't even like know it's there. And it stays in place because it's on its own separate little bungee. So one of the cool things about this is this power button. If you don't want this turning on in your pack, if you're just going to throw it in the pack and not leave it in the supplied like hard shell case that it comes with, you just pop it open, and it's just a micro USB, and it's sweet. This will never turn on as much as you press it. Nothing doing until you plug it back in. So and this connection is still waterproof. So the light is really nice, very comfortable. What is the weight on that? I'll put the weight somewhere in here because I can't recall off the top of my head. But basically, let me just show you how these modes work. So you press it once to turn it on, and it automatically comes so that both of the lights are on. Let me face this down so you can see. So you see both the lights are on. If you press it once, just a click, it brings it down to low. If you double click it, it goes to the next mode, which is just one side being on. There's high. Single click cycles between low and high. Another double click will bring it to the other side, the spotlight, and there's low, and then there's high, and then a double click brings them back to both. So that's the modes. You have both bulbs, one bulb or the other bulb. One's a spot, one's a flood, and then you have high and low on each of the 3 modes. A long press turns it off.
You gotta hold it for like a second or two. That was the only thing that got me, as I'm so used to just clicking my headlamps off that I had to remember to long press it. I actually, I was taking some really awesome pictures, by the way, and I'll put some of them in the video maybe as I'm talking. I'll put them like over here. I'll roll them in right now, but as I was taking those pictures, I climbed up on this big dune to get like this angle of the city at night and the stars and everything. And I almost stepped on a guy who was sleeping outside. I guess in Hawaii there's a large homeless population, partly because the weather's so good and partly because it's so expensive to live out here. Anyway, that was kind of sad, but anyway, I almost stepped on the guy. I felt horrible. I didn't wake him up, but I still, I felt bad kind of intruding on him there. Anyway, this light has been great. This is the Olight HS2, and man, I don't know that I've gotten anything from Olight that has been junk. Like, it's all been solid stuff. The one weak point that I would say that this light might have, aside from its weight if you're ultralight, but you can see right here, this whole thing is held on by this piece. So if this little piece decides to die, and you really raunch on it and it snaps off, that could be a failure point where the light is just dangling. But it is fairly thick and this thing weighs nothing, and it would be pretty hard to snap this because there's so little clearance back here that if you push it in, the plastic just has flex. It's not gonna snap. I think you'd really have to you'd really have to romp on it, but if I was gonna pick something, that would probably be the weak spot that I see. Give you a shot of the two bulbs so you guys can see those. The camera will focus eventually. So yeah, there's the flood, there's the spot. So anyway, guys, battery life on this thing is quite good. I was actually pretty impressed with it. Let me give you a little chart. Oh, here's the hard shell case, by the way. This is what it comes with. So like that. Oh, and the USB charging cable in this thing was legitimately like 5 or 6 feet long, which was pretty cool. So on the mixed beam high, which is both of them on high output, that's 400 lumens, and you're getting 2 hours and 12 minutes on the double high, and 100 hours on the 100 lumens, which is low. If you're just doing the high beam or the low beam just by themselves, on high, they're each 4.5 hours and 18 hours, respectively, high and low. So pretty good battery life, in my opinion, especially since really the one or the other is all you need. You really don't need like that crazy brightness most of the time. IPX4 waterproof, so you can have heavy rain and stuff. If you drop it in the water and you pick it up quick, you should be fine. Trying to think. It's got a 2,000 milliamp hour battery, which is pretty cool. A little lithium polymer, and again, it's got its drop rated and all that stuff. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. I will put some links and stuff to this light in the description box below. Thanks for watching as always. If you enjoyed, thumbs up. God bless, guys, and I will catch you later. Aloha.